Go.
What yoga taught me about TDD and the like. We complain a lot about developers not doing TDD or not properly, not doing refactoring or not enough, not collaborating or not truly, not you name it. When it comes to sports, I agree with Churchill. No sports. I don't like running long distance. I don't like cycling too far. I don't like swimming for too long. That's just not me. And most of all, I don't do yoga. I think it's boring. I don't like it. I don't see any benefit. What? How can you talk about yoga and software development if you don't do any yoga? That's a good question, and here is my story. 1 year ago, when I turned 52, I set myself the goal of achieving a free handstand within 1 year. Whoop. One of your crazy ideas again. You can't learn handstands anymore, you're over 50. Uh-oh, a midlife crisis approaching. Why on earth would you want to do that? This is Oliver, an old friend of mine, and I've always admired him for doing handstands wherever he went, wherever he goes. He's a few years older than me, he still does handstands, and he's a gymnast. I'm no gymnast, so no chance for me, right? This is me 3 weeks ago, after 1 year of practice. It's still far from perfect, but I can't tell you how proud I am for having achieved this seemingly impossible. And it still amazes me how far I've come. How did I get there? Well, I practiced day by day, or rather every 2 days, step by step, rather short but regularly. Wait, there are some yoga poses. You said you weren't doing any yoga. How can that be? Well, I just did what I found in the examples. And there are a lot of examples on social media on how to practice for a handstand. Many really good ones. They demonstrate the possible steps really, really well. Oh look, many of the practitioners are yoga teachers as well. You need support from the people around you to encourage you, to give you little nudges in the right direction. For the example, my wife enrolled me in a handstand workshop last year. To be fair, she was asking beforehand if I would be going, but then she enrolled me, and it was a really useful workshop. This workshop was the next important lesson to me. You can learn a lot on your own, but from time to time you need the help from other people to really progress, to not get stuck. Oh, look, Lea, my handstand trainer, is a yoga teacher as well. Good teachers facilitate learning. This is my son at my father's workbench a few years ago. Kids want to do the things they cannot do yet. Kids want to try the impossible. They just need someone who encourages them. Yes, let's try it. But how do we usually teach? You must do your homework, otherwise you would never earn any money. You must do sports, otherwise you'll die soon. You must do TDD, otherwise you must refactor, otherwise. Not very motivating, is it? I need a teacher who demonstrates the exercise to me. I need a teacher to help me try it myself. And I need a teacher to help me self-assess where I can improve. Maybe this could work in software development as well. And yet there will be setbacks. Setbacks are to be expected, actually. Setbacks are not only the norm, they are indispensable for making progress. Setbacks are where most of the learning takes place. What helps us during learning, especially during setbacks, is to realize that we don't need perfection. It's still beautiful, it's still more than good enough, and we improve step by step at our own pace. and our own pace is really important. And yes, I want to see progress, and it helps and it motivates to work together with others who have the same goal, but we don't need winners, not in handstands, not in TDD. We need many successful finishers at their own paces. Your own pace also means not to overtrain, not to overstrain. Even professionals take a day off, beginners 3 days a week. Rest and do your muscles and joints a favor. Maybe we could rest our TDD and refactoring muscles as well from time to time. And with your pace, with small steps of setbacks and successes, with motivation and fun, we can learn to do almost anything, even handstands and TDD and refactoring and so on. Thank you. Maybe the better way to teach is to let people experience cool, motivating, fun things first, even if it's not quite by the book and maybe not in the correct order. They will want to learn the basics later on. I've realized that many practices that I do are rooted in yoga. And yes, some weeks ago I started taking part in yoga classes. and you know what? It feels good. It complements my handstand practices really, really well. Who would have thought? Thank you.